interaction we had before we walked in here. Delighted State Street is coming to Hyderabad. I know you guys have been in India for a bit. You've made a bad choice, you know, like many things. But we all do make mistakes. Bengaluru. Well, I'm glad you got it right. I know you haven't abandoned it fully, but I'm pretty confident in about a year from now, I think you'll move lock, stock, and barrel. Michael's quite a serious guy. In fact, met him about a few days ago, last week.
Yep.
Right. So he told me, the first thing he told me was his last name was Blader. I was a little petrified. I was a little worried, but I was then told that he's Australian. So wanted to remind you guys, Michael, Andrew, and the other Australians in the room, we've been spanking you in cricket for a bit, so Virat Kohli and the boys. Yeah, we've been doing all right. You know, there was time at one point, you know, where we had problems with Australians all the time. We had one guy from Hyderabad, you know, who used to torment you. BBS Lakshman, right? He happens to be from Hyderabad. But now you have a lot of Hyderabadis, you know, working with you. But we're going to make it easy for you. You're not going to be as bad as Lakshman was on the Australian cricket team. So, delighted, honestly, delighted. Truly an honor for an organization as reputed, as old, as strong, you know, economically and in terms of. While Jay was talking about numbers, you know, and fun facts and history, I was amused. I didn't know. I had no clue, in fact, that you're only one among the 8 that remains still listed on NYSC after 225 odd years. So many congratulations on a wonderful, long career, a long tenure. But I do believe that Hyderabad as a city has a lot to offer. Telangana as a state also has a lot to offer because we've been rated consistently over the last 3 years as a city with the best quality of living in India. In fact, I was just giving Jay the pitch to actually make sure that he moves everything here. In fact, I was just telling him on a comparable scale, we are better than any other city in India. Compares to a Bengaluru, Mumbai, Chennai, or Delhi, or any other city for that matter. We do very well because the cost of living here is low, the quality of living here is quite high. While some of my friends in the room may have questions and complaints and many other things about our infrastructure, trust me, I travel, our infrastructure is still better than many other cities in India. We are constantly, obviously, playing catch up. As you know, urban infrastructure is an ongoing, is a continuous, incessant process. You know, the endeavor, the pursuit of excellence, the desire to do more, the desire to ensure that we actually catch up with the growing pace of our growth is always going to be there. But we in the government also live in the city, also travel on the same roads, also go through everything that you guys go through. So we are very conscious, and this is a government that believes in delivering and not talking all the time. So I will promise you one thing and one thing alone. In the next 1.5 to 2 years, you will see a lot of improvements around this place as well. And things are going to get better because I just drove through a huge area where there was a lot of construction going on, the roads, the buildings, everything around. Ramesh, thank you. In fact, you've been a great support, great source of strength for us because he's the one who actually kind of introduce us to all the leadership team. Thank you very much for that. So the strive, the constant endeavor to improve, to do more, will continue to grow, obviously. But we do have a lot of scope. In fact, in fintech, in the digital space, as you were mentioning, there's a lot happening on that front as well. On innovation, on fintech, more so. And in fact, Hyderabad is also playing host to a number of events over the next 3 months. And we are looking forward to all these events. In fact, we have Global Entrepreneurship Summit happening end of this month. In fact, most of my friends in the room think that we're doing a lot for the delegation that's coming in and not for the citizens. That is absolutely incorrect. Let me correct that. Because as Michael was saying, you know, I have a lot of Twitter followers and they keep poking fun and they keep making fun, saying you're doing a lot for Ivanka Trump. No. We are doing a lot for our citizens as well, but it's just that Ivanka Trump happens to be coming after she's become, you know, the senior advisor to the President of the United States. So we are sprucing up the place a bit. Obviously, I mean, we would do that, right? If it was Donald Trump, I would have had second thoughts, but it was that was politically incorrect, I hope, but this is I was very, very incorrect. But nevertheless, we are sprucing up a bit, and we are going to do a lot more. So many compliments to the entire State Street team. I hope, I wish that you have great success in Hyderabad, great success in India, also in Bangalore for that matter. Because I have nothing against Bangalore, I love the city. It's just that I love Hyderabad more, that's it. But I do wish that I'm glad that you recognize the talent. And what Jay said, in fact, was telling. He said, I've been here for 48 hours, 24 hours in Hyderabad, 24 hours in Bangalore. A lot of things in my head have changed. I had a change in perspective. I'm delighted with the kind of talent India has to offer. He's being recognized by State Street and also numerous other tech companies and fintech companies across the world. And I do hope that this trend will continue and India will continue to grow, and you do very well as well. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
This afternoon, and I wish he had given me the heads up that it was casual dress today. I would have taken full advantage. So I'm on the back end of a 12-day trip through Asia Pac, and the last 2 days have been in India, and Bangalore yesterday, and then Hyderabad today. And I admit that I haven't been to India for 15 years, and I would acknowledge that a lot has changed. You know, there's a saying that a picture's worth 1,000 words. You've heard that saying before? Well, I travel the globe and I read all the economic reports and I get all the internal reports, and I think I have a sense of what's going on around the world, but it isn't until you come and spend 2 days in a place like India, Bangalore and Hyderabad, that you get the full context and feel for what's possible here. You know, I think it's remarkable that in a relatively short period of time, we've added 500 staff. I hope that's the first 500 of many 500s. But the thing that is, to me, most emblazoned in my mind as I leave here is the range of talent that's here in Hyderabad. From afar, sometimes you can look at India as a business processing center, and it's been a very effective one for State Street over the years. But it isn't until you spend time with some of the staff that you feel the energy, the enthusiasm, the knowledge around technology, business process, engineering. And when I put that in the context of the greater State Street, which I'll do for you in a minute, it says to me this is a pretty exciting place for State Street to not only plant a flag and introduce a new office, but be a growth part of our future. So let me, I'm going to wind back the clock. Most of you, as I look around the room, have recently joined State Street. And you know a little bit about State Street. And for those of you that have your pins on or see, State Street's 225 years old. And I don't know, in the context of India, that still feels a little bit old. I just put some context around it. So for New York Stock Exchange listed companies, there are only 8 that are still around. State Street's one of those. So let me add some trivia. So 1792, which would be 225 years ago, the New York Stock Exchange was created. And these guys know that back in June, I had the privilege of ringing the closing bell on the New York Stock Exchange, and they had a week before celebrated their 225th anniversary. It was the year that the post office was created in the U.S. And my favorite fun fact, I don't know if we have historians in the room, but can anybody guess who the President of the United States was 225 years ago? Guesses? Ron? No? George Washington. So we've been around a while. Somebody got that there. And I don't, I think history is important, you know, to respect where you've come from, but let me just give you a little twist on, you know, how a firm like State Street, a bank, could last 225 years. We've done two things in our future, and we continue to do those two things. And they're really simple, but they're important. One is we focus on our clients. You know, we're in business because to make our clients successful. If we make our clients successful, they win, we're the beneficiary. We can't ever lose sight of that. And the second thing that we do and have done, and it's been one of the pivotal reasons for our continued success, is we carefully watch trends. And we make sure we don't get on the wrong side of trends. Getting on the
మరిన్ని అప్డేట్స్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి.
అలాగే అక్కడ ఉన్న బెల్ ని ప్రెస్ చేయండి.